So we're basing everything that we've seen about this squad back at Pulse. When we're looking at the numbers here, though, for Sentinels, First Blood's 51% pistol win, not that great at 50%. Game win, though, 100% of the time, Pansy. They're going to keep that true.
Yeah, my mind almost forgot that Sinatraa does dirty things with dirty guns on this map. So if Gen.G aren't aware, I'm kind of curious what the picks and bans were throughout. I'm curious what the bans were that allow this to potentially happen. Because as said, this is probably one of the insta takeaways. I would say if it's not a good map for you and it's an incredibly favorable map for the Sentinels. However, let's have a little look here. So far, it looked like a pretty pacey piece towards B. They do still have their Cypher pretty deep, but he's going to be watching the flank. Very classic approach. effys, though, tucked in towards the site, and it's a confidence-based play. Just instant pressure. Big moves coming in from the Sentinels. Swarming the site. Nicely handled, nicely controlled, and the spike should be planted pretty comfortably.
All right, still 3 defenders up, but they're in a world of hurt right now. 2 of them have been spotted down the defender spawn. A raise, that's GMD trying to make his way through the mid. So they're going for a pinch here, just waiting for everyone to get into position. Meanwhile, a flank is out right now. Keep your eyes on dapr, that Cypher. Defenders easing in, but they're running out of time. They got to get into the action. They still haven't seen a body. Finally, dapr is going to find player 1, but Sick already dropped, and we are going to see everyone falling on the defensive side. And a very strong start here for the Sentinels. Love to see it. I think that this is what we're going to see for the first 3 rounds. It's just full-on pushes.
I kind of want to take back what I said, if I'm honest. I kind of forgot about Sinatraa on this map. He's such an annoying player to play against. Very unorthodox.
It's still a sandwich bet, Pansy. You can't back out of it.
No, I'll pay up. I'll pay up. Don't worry.
Sorry,
I will definitely pay up. But no, I want to see if those fundamentals do transfer over from Gen.G or if it was more map specific where they felt that comfortable. So yeah, we'll have a little look. Of course, this is somewhat of a clean eco here coming out from Gen.G. Classics, and that's about it. So if they get anything out of this, a gun would be great. You know, cost the opposition a little bit here and there. That'd do wonders, but it looks like Sinatraa just feels like being aggressive and... Oh, I don't think Overwatch League would allow that sort of thing. So...
Actually, we encourage it. At least I did when I was on the show. Yeah, highly suggest you tactical crouch just to show how strong your legs are after carrying the team with a 3K on the Spectre. Well done, Sinatraa. Squats all day. 4-0. He's getting close to that ultimate already, and he showed you on the last map. Loves to play for the early orbs, and the team definitely supports him in doing so.
This is somewhat similar to the first pistol round. This is Sinatra's set dart here. It's pretty good actually towards B. It's a very nice little piece, and you can see it kind of being complemented well. effys going to be forced away from the angle, so a great deal of early utility from the Sentinels, and I don't want to say blind. Somewhat blind. It's all to set this very pacey piece into play. It's not going to be slow either, guys, bear in mind, because they're going soon because they have full stack towards it. Lovely counter utility from player 1, but instantly forced in towards the eyes of Sick, who's looking up and over. So there's so few lines of sight available for the defensive team on this site now.
Wall is going to go down, and dapr is going to find MkaeL peek, and Sinatraa on effys in the back means that the spike is going to go down any moment. 2 defenders left as it's going to be huynh working with GMD, the Jet and the Raze, and well, now it's all of a sudden just the Raze. GMD picks up 1, but what can you do against the 3 defenders all protecting the spike on site? He's been spotted. Here they come hunting, and there is the ego peak from Sick. He's good for it. Everyone's going to survive. Keep the weapon. Sentinels are rolling. This is something we saw at Bind, though, so I'm not getting too excited yet. Takes Gen.G a little bit of time to figure out how to ease into the map. But so far, very impressive start. Sinatraa at 5-0, 4-1 from dapr. ShahZaM at 3-1, causing chaos with the Bulldog, now upgrading to the Phantom.
Yeah, this is an incredibly good start for the Sentinels. What a nice way to make a little bit of a statement right back at them. Instantly keep the economy low. Barely let anyone get off the starting blocks. Look at the economy. You've got 4 kills. That's it. They're barely able to hold this pretty... I don't say rinse and repeat, it's not, but a very well-founded attack, but it's somewhat similar attack. This is very different. I think they know they're up against a lesser buy, so of course they should be a little bit cautious. They should be a little bit careful. but they're handling it just fine. I'm really, really impressed with the Sentinels. Again, I think this is one of the maps where you start to get a little bit more idea of their potential on, and I kind of forgot it, if I'm honest, which is completely my bad, but it is also, you know, 12:30
It was like 3 tournaments ago. You're good. You've been casting a lot of EU.
I'll say that. But no, I think this is actually a very good map for the Sentinels to show off their potential. I'm curious to see if any of the, as I said it before and I'll say it again, the fundamentals we saw from Gen.G, I want to see them translate here. I want to see good post-plant positioning and retakes. I want to see huynh kind of find a bit more form with that op. We didn't see enough of it in that previous map.
And I'm just looking at the composition. I feel like this is a comp loss at the start here for Gen.G, just based on the defensive counterpunch potential. Really, you just have MkaeL to slow it down and the Sage to stop anyone who is going to be surging forward. But Sentinels have shown that they can feint and then double back into his sight. And right now, you have no way to flash. You have no way to slow down a push that is being led by ShahZaM on the breach. And of course, Sinatraa, who is playing very aggressive from start to finish in this game. He's got his ult now, and actually he's going to hand that one off. He's going to get it after this pick, though, if he's able to turn the corner on the race.
Let's see for now. Let's see what the approach is. Sinatra's really good at clearing out certain areas. I love that, you know, the B play, they have that set play when he uses the shock dart to kind of clear out. I call it Speedway. I don't know what you guys, or maybe Catwalk. I hope you guys, you know what I mean.
Ooh, I like Speedway.
It's very nice, and that's a nice little double face from short as well. So the defensive side not giving up areas for free, that's pretty good. That's going to eliminate the kind of late lurk and potential flank. They also get good information off the back of that they could easily now stack out quite handedly towards A. And, well, with the spike now planted, they got to get moving soon. They aren't going to be able to stop any part of that, but playing a retake on this is going to be tricky. Look at that Cypher playing late up Catwalk there in middle. That could be a big downfall of this retake if it gets any success building soon.
GMD trying to bait out for his sniper. That's huynh up top. Spike's down, but still lots of time. MkaeL knows there's going to be a flank coming in. And dapr is going to be easing his way onto the site after wrapping around long A. They've got the defenders pinched, but here comes the defuse. Sinatraa not able to use his ultimate. Sick, though, holding strong in the corner, is going to survive, but not until the finish here. No time left. Nice job. Dapr's going to lock it in before he's going to fall to the bomb. Everyone dies, but it's a 5th round for the Sentinels, and Gen.G just spent all of their money.
Honestly, that, you know, dapr's play was just great. You know, he was the safety net, he was the fallback plan. He was just always going to play for the spike at the very end there after I think he even got a pick earlier on Catwalk too, so very well handled. I think this is the robust Sentinels that could definitely easily draw into map 3. Now, at this point, the economy is just being perpetually broken because 1, they're not getting kills, 2, they're not winning rounds. So obviously those 2 elements, even if you're losing rounds, you get a couple of kills, your money gets a little bit more buffered. This has been very one-sided, so it's quite hard for them to do much more than this for now. But let's see what the attackers do. They need to keep this round clean because they want to keep that economy very, very humble at this point.
huynh going to go ahead and invest his Jet ultimate. Of course, it lasts the entire round as long as you're hitting shots. Teammates sitting on sheriffs. B-side is going to be locked down by the Cypher camera, and we are going to see a flank coming in. So potential opportunity coming in for MkaeL. He is pretty clean on the defense back on bind. Will he be able to get there in time? Smokes are out, and here comes the attackers pushing through into B.
It's a little bit of a different hit here, but Sinatraa is still going to prove so much value in these sort of approaches. A little bit of a swing around, and I don't know what the playback in is here. huyhnh's trying to make it happen, and that's incredible amounts of work coming in from huynh. 3 quick kills, and suddenly the game's not over just yet.
We mentioned it was a comfort pick, and he has shown you why he is known on the Jet. Ultimate is over, and it's all up to zombs now. He was clutching a 1v2 back on bind. Will he be able to do it again? Spike not planted, 25 seconds, so the clock is against him, and of course he's got to jump up. They will hear him if he makes his move up.
There we go. Quiet as you can be. Already getting tagged up, spammed up, trying to get the spike and trying to get it planted. He's going to do the best he can, and, well, it does actually equate to a plant. They've let that happen. Let's see if they can retake this cleanly here, Puckett. There's a bit of danger in this one.
Pistols and an ultimate so far. That's all they had to start the round. Now, the peak. Zom spots the first. Down goes GMG, but MkaeL is there on the trade. He was expecting a pinch, and when they doubled up, did not see that one coming. MkaeL is going to already have his ultimate, but the squad finally gets their first round. 5-1. They stop the bleeding. They've got cash, and you'll see another sniper rifle in the hands of huynh, who had a huge round with the 3K.
And this is a thing. We're gonna be smart players. We're gonna be clever, right? We're gonna use 10 head rather than 2 head. The point is that round, I think, is a fair assumption to bank off the back of what huynh was able to do with that. I think like a 3K picked up there. That was very impressive, of course. But can we expect that to be repeated every round? I mean, if you got a 10s laying around somewhere, maybe. If you got a Wardell, sure. But huynh has not been performing to that level that we know he can do. So I'm a little worried that their round one so far came down to a very close scenario, and it was off the back of a big ultimate. So if they want to find more success, we have to see it in these more traditional rounds, but another ultimate being popped, and maybe just looking for some early success. Sinatraa is keeping them very aware of his presence over by A.
huyhn's averaging 3 kills per ultimate so far in the quarterfinals. Is Jet. He's only had 1. We'll see what he can do moving forward, but most importantly, he's back on his sniper rifle, and this is where you have to respect the man. Smokes are coming off just like you saw when Wardell was playing that position. Often you'll see the Omen forcing him back, but the attackers will take their time before they ease in. Dapr is going to have his camera blown up, and that's going to give him the info. He hears 2 footsteps retreating. I'm liking Gen.G, getting a little aggro here, at least keeping the Sentinels on their toes.
Oh, huynh, let's see if the timing's with him. Could be great. As that Cypher's about to leave that B presence. No, you gotta hit those. No. It's not good. It's very bad, actually. You know what? That's big bad.
That's me and Diamond, huynh. You'll clean it up later. I'm not worried. Player 1 is able to pick up 2 before falling in hell. And now we got the spike. Grabbed by ShahZaM. He's going to be planting it near generators, I assume. You got your Omen zombs up top. Was so clean on the brimstone. Phantom in hand once again. No paranoia, and he hears 3 footsteps. Got to get it done manually. There's the first. Can't get more. MkaeL is here. Is ShahZaM going to survive? The pinch from dapr is coming, but he's got to hold on.
ShahZaM's got to buy time. He's already gone down, but the flank, it looks like maybe they're considering it, but no, dapr's going to be going around the other way, but it looks like they're holding this down. The door's shut. They've come off the fuse. Oh, that could have been an error.
Okay.
GMD on the trade. Did they get it to halfway? Yes, they did. No harm, no foul, but a little close for my taste there.
I want to give a shout out. We got Elevate in the chat, showing love to the Fortniters. What's up, Elevate? Man's on my friends list, always playing Valorant these days. Love to see it. Everyone getting involved in Valorant. So we take a look at the numbers. Dapr on a stinger sitting at 8-4. ShahZaM is going to be saving up for an operator potentially next round, but zombs is he had an op. He's going to put it away. Looks like this is going to be a half buy for some, and he will buy it for ShahZaM. Okay. I finally understand what's happening here, and it's basically a fair fight.
Can we show the site? Observers, if you don't mind, once this pick's happened, if it does, can we show the site once Sinatraa starts using his utility? Because it could be really interesting if he does it. If not, no worries. But we saw this a good couple of times. I think we saw it in Europe as well, with MkaeL, I think, being one to make a big highlight out of it, of course, because it's MkaeL, but certainly been utilized by now. I'm going to pop ShahZaM up. No one's really facing it this time. If you waited late enough, maybe you'd have, you know, the Sage or Jet having a little walkabout, but for now, that's not the case.
Playing deep on site is GMD. The Cypher is going to be playing the tight corner. So B is ready, but it looks like the Sentinels are going to try and ease their way through the middle instead. And that Jet, huynh, just waiting for a peek. The Sage there to bait. Or wall up as soon as she hears. And here we go. It's time for an entry.
Double stack. This double stack here towards short is massive, and I don't know if is there a way around it? No, they're gonna have to break. Sick? No. I don't know if they heard that or they just. I think they're super paranoid about mid. Look at this rotation from Sage and Jet as a pack. They're both looking at middle now, and they've left A pretty wide open. It looks like Sage is coming back around, but they were really drawn away from like a couple of smokes here and there. Nice utility use from the attacking side to kind of cause a bit of a fake piece, but they haven't removed the player on the site. huyhn's now there, but huyhn's fallen, and this should be a spike farm, but the spike's left at the back by A main, so some time for these rotations.
Yeah, it's going to be a 4, make it 5 versus 2 though, so this is going to be really tough. for GMD and crew to break back in. The nade is going to do some heavy damage to Sinatraa. Out comes the owl drone, and this could be a save opportunity. I think they wanted to get to that operator, and that is not going to be the case. dapr on the hunt, looking to chase down GMD. Strong take from the Sentinels. Able to break in. I thought player one was going to do some damage after landing his paranoia, but Sinatraa charges right through. Trades out that kill. They get an instant resurrect. Full numbers, full weaponry. And looking at their opponents, they had to do some math to get the proper weapons.
Oh, that's a really unfortunate round in my mind. I would have loved that double stack on short to stay committed to it. They fell hook, line, and sinker for those smokes in middle. They rotated away from it. Oh, that would have been so sick if they were there. But yeah, nice kind of like misdirection from the Sentinels, I guess you could call it. That was quite nice. And just a couple of exit kills here and there. But you set chat on fire by talking about Fortnite. I hope you're happy with yourself.
You're welcome, chat. Fortnite's better than Counter-Strike. Suck it, nerds! Just kidding.
Says the Halo caster.
just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh dear! Don't you start. Don't start.
They're going to turn all of Europe against me. No Swede will ever let me in their house. All right, let's go. At the start, GMD with the Marshall. What can he do? 1,100 credits, and he's already stunned up. Disadvantage for the early peak, but Sinatraa didn't see it coming. Counts that one with the headshot. So big pick, considering the weaponry, and huynh is going to find one on dapr. They're getting it done in an eco round here as effys finds ShahZaM.
Oh, look at that hit squad just rolling around the map. They don't care. They're just taking fights. Zombs has found one. Doesn't like that door being moved, so removes that. I think huynh got the gun. Yeah, I think he does. So all good. Awkward for the last two alive because that spikes all the way down at the back of B. And Zombs is like, okay, are these guys going to be in spawn? Are they on short? Where the hell have they gone? I don't like the way they've kind of like filtered apart now. I'd love them to stay together as a pack and just try and like cheese it, right?
I mean, this is the most successful Marshall I've seen in a long time. GMD gets the opening pick. effys picks it up, grabs the second one on ShahZaM. Mid pressure alleviated. B site is clear though. And now they're going to have to figure out how to retake, but this has not been a weakness at all for GenG. If anything, it's one of the best parts of their gameplay.
Okay, where are they going to plant for? They've got time. They can clear side. They know they've got time on this. I want like a good post plant, nice safe plant. You know what I mean? Like let's be smart about this now. Okay, wall goes up for the utility, and yeah, nice open plant facing towards A lobby. Is there any utility left on the other side? Maybe the Omen or the Jet potentially? I'm kind of curious. Omen's got a little bit to play with. Yeah, okay, so it's not completely safe yet at all. So big pressure coming back in. If huynh hits another banger, it's game on.
Player one waiting for contact up top. Now it's his turn. And he is going to check the corner and find the kill. They are going to retake clean again. Gen.G. It's just their third round. Remember, last time they were in this scenario, getting beat hard early, they were able to bring it all the way back to a 6-6 half. Here's a look at the early action after getting stunned up. GMD makes his first bullet count. Straight out of it instantly. Zombs trying to even out the action over at B, but the weapons were scooped up, and then the retake, well, after a little pressure at the top, player one seals the deal over at huynh.
3-6. Can we check in the scoreboard? Let's see how these rounds have gone. It has been a pretty decent turnaround for Gen.G. I've been liking these kind of like couple of rounds here and there. They've broken the money, which is a pretty imperative factor, but let's see what the Sentinels still have to bring. Their attack is pretty robust. I think that's something fair to assume. Now, at this point, huynh back on the op though, looking to keep presence in middle. I guess that'll give them some sort of safety for Gen.G. They were rotating pretty readily as soon as they got contact through middle or even a smoke made. So this could help out a little bit of those nerves with those over-rotations.
Chat finally caught up to our comment about Fortnite being better than CSGO. Guys, settle down. I was just joking. Be nice. Here we go, though. huynh, sniper rifle in hand. Ready for the attack. Sentinels, they love to stack up and press fast. Here comes the Omen smokes. That's going to be spotted, called out. A little split as they're working their way into B. The wall up means that operator is useless. Here comes the push from the Sentinels flying through the door. They're looking for the picks. huynh is able to rotate just in time, but misses both shots.
Oh, Oh dear, the spike hasn't crossed yet though, so there's still a chance for huynh to find something good here, but oh dear. That's a missed cage too. Yeah, I think they've realized it. Sick just about found out. The trade comes in for ShahZaM, but that spike, it's struggling to make it across. But both defensive players are tucked in towards, the defensive side spawn, so a little bit trickier to play it back in now.
We do have the showstopper available for GMD. Devastating on this site where you don't have much space between you and your opponent. And dappr's camera is going to light up the Cypher on the opposing side. As MkaeL continues to survive, both players are weak. The 2-on-2, showstopper is out. Rocket trying to just cause some chaos, and he is going to hit the left side. Not clean. ShahZaM survives. MkaeL is going to fall in a 1v2. He won't be able to get it done. dapr getting the final pick of the round. As we see 7-3 on the scoreboard after our first 10 rounds. Sentinels trying to finish this one strong. And I'd love to see the economy because I'm not sure if Gen.G can buy it all here.
I think they might have been ripped away from that round. Let's have a little check back in. Yeah, it's going to be one of those shoddy buys.
Vandal from effys. They made it work earlier when player one was the player purchasing it. We've seen the Marshall connecting for GMD just 2 rounds ago. And there is the second Vandal being bought up. So they're playing the long game, but still dangerous on the defensive end. Bulldog, Spectre out for Sinatraa and zombs.
Aside from Omen, surely this is just could be a kind of, I won't say basic, but just like an all-in A piece. It looks like it's going to be now. Here comes the utility. Lovely work, blinding out towards shore, keeping smoke presence, keeping everyone on their toes. And this is a very well-scripted piece from the attacking side. And it looks pretty good so far, so good. huynh, though, popping out the knives, surrounded, can't see a damn thing. Smoke everywhere, utility everywhere. And in all this mayhem, they're going to get the spike down, and they're pretty comfy with it, too.
And I really like that zombs teleport as well. If there was anyone challenging from the top, he would have had him beat to that position. As everyone is on this A site, the round isn't over quite yet. MkaeL looking for a pick, will try and get his ult off as quick as he can. And now they've got a on 3. This is going to be tough. Yeah, good luck here. Sage down to 1 shot. dapr shutting the door. And it's 8-3, looking like a 9-3 half, unless something drastic changes for Gen.G.
I think we've just seen... I like what we've seen from the Sentinels. Let's take stock of what we have seen. Obviously, their B piece is pretty well known to being very good at this point. It's a really well constructed piece. We just saw a really nice like A hit then as well, with the Omen's utility being utilized on short, kind of keeping players either smoked off or blinded. But they also then get the mid presence. They don't all have to be towards the A side. They can still have a lurk in middle, and then they had a very all-encompassing A hit. Is this going to be the B piece again? I'm not sure, but early utility being used. But it looks like the defenders, well, they're going aggressive this time, Puckett.
effys is going to be the lone man over at B, and that's exactly where the spike is going to be. They check the corner as dapr flicks over, finds effys sight wide open. Going to take their time clearing. Wall goes up from CT. Spike going to be planted. And we're going to see what the plan is here for the retake. Just the Cypher ultimate available. huynh is going to find ShahZaM in transition, so a nice pick will make it a 4 versus 4. But this is going to be hard to break through.
I know exactly where you are.
That's not going to help, but they know where they all are now, all locked in on the site, so time for the brawl, right? Time's ticking. They got to get a move on here. Everyone piled up together. I don't know if this is going to work out, but they're going to give it the best attempt they can.
Sinatraa doing damage is going to clean up GMD. And here we go. 3 kills coming in quickly from the defenders. Instant resurrect, and that's going to be punished. Player 1 and huynh are clean. It was tough, but they managed it, and a big round to keep them in this one at 8-4. They'll have defenders advantage, but so far...